Worships. So in the Gazette notification which we have presented before you at point number 3, it has been made compulsory for the selection test that only MPHST TET 2023 TET, the teachers eligibility test which the students have given, they will be only qualified to appear in selection test first. Now the main question is, can these TET students who have qualified the eligibility test, can they go and give other exam in Bihar, Rajasthan or MP or Karnataka? No, only selection test. So selection test and eligibility test, they are interlinked and they don't students don't have any option कि इसके अलावा किसी और selection test में जाके appear हो सके साहब ये. And it is interlinked, lordship. In Gazette notification, by their own notification, the point is that TET is not independent as such, lordship. And therefore, this continuing process of selection creates a right for the students to come before the lordship, and as my lordship asked that whether they will be stopped or not. My lordship said that whether those students who have lordship. Yesterday, lordship, the question thrown by the learned counsel was on the ground that if selection test is having the lordship 50-60%, that point only, lordship. 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 My lord. Lord. The Gazette of 2022 says that those who will appear in selection test, they will be only from the TET 2023. Correct. But the selection test has the percentage of 50-40 without any backing of any notification or Gazette. It's an arbitrary percentage which the executive has thrown upon the students. They were having the rights to decide. Yes, Lord. Go ahead. 31 of them. 2025 को बताइए कि कहाँ पे लिखा है कि एलिजिबिलिटी नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते, कैसे प्रोसीजर कर सकते हैं. चलो yes, lordship. In 3 of 2022, lordship, they say कि अध्यापन करने वाले शिक्षकों के हेतु पृथक पृथक चयन प्रक्रिया निर्धारित की जा सकेगी. कौन कर सकेगा? कार्यपालिक आदेश के द्वारा. By the order of executive, the procedure to take them to decide how the selection test will go on will be allowed. But eligibility criteria, lordship, that has to be by the notification of any Gazette. It's not there. They haven't notified any Gazette. It is there in the rules. Lordship. Oh. So. Sir, in the concerned case, the Honorable Apex Court held that if any new selection criteria will be given after the, my lord, and by mere nomenclature, can they say that eligibility is different from selection? By mere nomenclature, because TET student cannot go anywhere else. National eligibility test held by the union government or CTET, they give you the power to go anywhere in Karnataka, in MP, and therefore it is really independent. But this TET, MPTET 2023. The minimum qualifying. And to add some more force, maybe the philosophy of prelims test is that it always has lesser qualifying rigor than the selection. Here, reverse has taken place. Prelim is more tough, or eligibility is more tough, and selection has been made easy. Because Lordship, but in selection test, Lordship, in selection, if it's about that toughness of exam, in selection test they have given that expansion relaxation 50-40. That could have been in eligibility also 50-40, because in selection test they have given this relaxation. But the seed of arbitrariness, my lord, that seed of arbitrariness with which they have done this, that has created a cause of action for these petitioners.
Lordship,
That arbitrariness is because this 50-40, as the teacher's eligibility test has 50 and 60, it is backed by a gazette notification of 2018 that says, but selection test has not been backed by any, and therefore that cause of action has come to the students, that why this eligibility criteria of 50 and 40 has been come in an arbitrary fashion, when we in eligibility have given have been given 50-60% to pass. Then why not in selection? Either you raise the bar of selection or give us some relaxation in that only, or raise the bar of selection, that's all. My lord, but those options are like, they are interlinked with the future of these petitioners, lordship. Either after 1 year or 2 years, many will lose their eligibility, age eligibility, lordship. That is what. And to my lord's notice, just only last point, my lord. Lordship, previous week, this order has been given by the Indore bench, lordship. It's not an interim relief, but the students, the candidates, the petitioners have got a kind of protection that the outcome of selection, the final outcome, will depend upon the outcome of these petitions. So it's not interim relief, lordship. It's not interim relief, but it's a kind of, yes, lordship. We remember clearly, lordship. But maybe it is in between. It's not interim relief also, and it's giving a kind of protection that if the outcome will come in your favor, then you'll get that protection. This relief, maybe the spirit of this relief doesn't give them the opportunity to sit in vains, but it just protects these petitioners, those who have come before the Indore bench. It just protects them that if the outcome of this writ will be in your favor, then accordingly rooms will be created. That, my lord. Well,
Lordship, the same petition, Lordship. लॉर्डशिप गैजेट नोटिफिकेशन 2013 का लॉर्डशिप जिस पे सिलेक्शन हाँ नहीं लॉर्डशिप
it's 22 lordship, it's 13
लॉर्डशिप काइंडली सी Lordship, kindly see page point clause 5 Lordship, आहरकारी अंक मंडल द्वारा संचालित परीक्षा में केवल उन्हीं अभ्यर्थियों के नाम सफल अभ्यर्थी सूची में सम्मिलित किए जाएंगे जिन्होंने नियम 9 में संवाद निर्धारित कुल अंकों में न्यूनतम प्राप्त किए हों। इसके लिए अनारक्षित वर्ग के अभ्यर्थियों के लिए 50%, अनुसूचित जाति जनजाति या अन्य पिछड़ा वर्ग के लिए 10% कम करते छूट देते हुए 40% अंक निर्धारित किए गए। लॉर्डशिप ये 2013 लॉर्डशिप 13 नॉट लॉटरी, इसको सुपरसीड किया नहीं गया।
Which are not applicable to the case at hand. These are for state civil services.
No, Lordship, not state services. मंडल
For all kind of
मंडल
direct
TSB एम्प्लॉयमेंट सिलेक्शन बोर्ड, उसको ही मंडल कहते हैं लॉर्डशिप।
Applicability clause में भी seen.
लॉर्डशिप एक और लॉर्डशिप
3 clause 3 my lord. It says ये नियम राज्य के सभी विभागों संस्थानों को लागू होंगे। सरकारी विभागों विभागाध्यक्षों तथा संस्थाओं के कार्यालयों से संबंधित सभी पदों को भरने के लिए चयन मंडल द्वारा उसके द्वारा नियत मानदंडों के अनुसार किया जाएगा। सभी विभागों संस्थाओं को ऐसे चयन उनके स्वयं के स्तर पर या किसी अन्य अभिकरण के माध्यम से संचालित करवाया जाना प्रतिबंधित रहेगा। इन नियमों में अभिव्यक्त उपबंधों का मध्य प्रदेश सिविल सेवाओं के समान शर्तें नियम 61 पर कोई विपरीत प्रभाव नहीं होगा।
लॉर्डशिप क्लियर से ये अप्लाई होंगे सभी पे लॉर्डशिप 40 इयर्स लॉर्डशिप। ये मंडल एग्जाम है लॉर्डशिप, और मंडल एग्जाम लॉर्डशिप ये मध्य प्रदेश सरकार के अंतर्गत ही आता लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप एक और इन माय रिट पिटीशन पेज नंबर 64 लॉर्डशिप, एक रेफरेंस के लिए लॉर्डशिप, मध्य प्रदेश में कॉलेज में टीचर्स के लिए, कॉलेज में असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर के लिए भी पात्रता परीक्षा होती है लॉर्डशिप। पहले पात्रता परीक्षा होती सेम टेट की तरह, देन एक सिलेक्शन टेस्ट होता है लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप काइंडली सी द पेज नंबर एनेक्सर P4 of page number lordship, kindly see. हाँ lordship, lordship पेज नंबर 72 बॉटम से हाँ पेज नंबर 72 लॉर्डशिप। इसमें एक टेबल है बॉटम से ऊपर की ओर सेकंड में, तृतीय चरण अनारक्षित श्रेणी के न्यूनतम आहरकारी में 40% एंड रिजर्व कैटेगरी 35%। लॉर्डशिप ये भी एक पात्रता परीक्षा के लिए लॉर्डशिप इन द सेम स्टेट, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर्स के लिए, टीचर्स के लिए, कॉलेज के लिए ये चीज की लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप जब इन्होंने 2018 में गैजेट नोटिफिकेशन लेकर के आए थे टेट एग्जाम के लिए, उस समय सिलेक्शन टेस्ट एंड पात्रता परीक्षा के लिए दोनों एक ही एग्जाम था लॉर्डशिप, इसलिए उन्होंने 50-60 कर दिया लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप 2023 में इन्होंने क्या किया, 2 एग्जाम कर दिए, पात्रता भी दोगे आप चयन भी दोगे, और उसमें उन्होंने सर कोई भी डिसाइड नहीं किया है कि आपको पात्रता में कितने मार्क्स लाने होंगे और चयन में कितने लाने होंगे। ये बहुत बड़ा कंफ्यूजन हुआ लॉर्डशिप में, और इसलिए इतने सारी चीज लॉर्डशिप। एक और इसमें गैजेट लगा है पेज नंबर 76 फॉर द रेफरेंस लॉर्डशिप ओनली, पेज नंबर इसी बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति सेम टेट का एग्जाम लॉर्डशिप, काइंडली सी दिस लॉर्डशिप, पेज नंबर 77 लॉर्डशिप, पेज नंबर 76 लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप एक एग्जांपल, क्योंकि एनसीटीई के रूल सभी मानते हैं लॉर्डशिप, जस्ट लॉर्डशिप में प्रेयर लॉर्डशिप। यहाँ पर लॉर्डशिप सामान्य वर्ग के लिए 50% एंड पिछड़ा वर्ग के लिए 45%, रिजर्व कैटेगरी और ऐसे। लॉर्डशिप पात्रता परीक्षा में 50% से ऊपर कभी कोई स्टेट रखता ही नहीं लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट लॉर्डशिप की इसमें बड़ी बहुत कंफ्यूजन लॉर्डशिप, इनके खुद के गैजेट में 2 गैजेट चल रहे हैं लॉर्डशिप, एक गैजेट को सुपरसीड नहीं किया गया है, एक गैजेट का रूल अपनाया जा रहा है सिलेक्शन टेस्ट में, एक गैजेट रूल अपनाया जा रहा है उसमें एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट में। लॉर्डशिप हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट लॉर्डशिप इसमें स्टेट को नोटिस किया जा रहा, हमें जो प्रोटेक्शन मिला लॉर्डशिप, अभी हम एग्जाम देने का हमने फॉर्म भी भरे लॉर्डशिप, उसमें पेमेंट किया लॉर्डशिप, एग्जाम देने दिया जाए, हम तो कोई अभी उसमें राइट क्रिएट है ही नहीं उसमें लॉर्डशिप, प्रार्थना है बस।
2030 rules, there is a different provision. I read there is a squarely covering one more rule. My lord, may kindly come to page 17. Page 17 of the 2013 rules. Page 17 of this amendment application, my lord. Just below the first table. Amendment application which he was reading, which I have read the applicability clause. But there is another clause in these rules. This is rule 7. There is a table down below. These are the posts for which these rules are applicable. Nowhere it stipulates the post of teacher, my lord, much less primary, middle or high school. Then just below it, संविदा शिक्षक वर्ग 1, 2 एवं 3 के लिए मंडल द्वारा आयोजित की जाने वाली परीक्षाएं चयन परीक्षा न होकर पात्रता परीक्षा होंगी, इसलिए संविदा शिक्षक वर्ग 1, 2 एवं 3 के लिए पृथक परीक्षाएं आयोजित की जाएंगी तथा वे नियम 7 के अधीन उल्लिखित 4 समूहों में सम्मिलित नहीं की जाएंगी। संविदा शाला शिक्षकों के लिए शैक्षिक अर्हता नीचे दी गई है, so and so. So these rules are of 2013. These were at that point of time. The rules of 2018 were not in force. Rules of 2018 for the first time introduced the concept of Shikshak Samvarg, that is the primary, middle, and high school teachers. And prior to this, these rules were applicable, which dealt with the contractual teachers, Samvida Shala Shikshak, class 1, 2, and 3. And so these rules which they are referring to are entirely not applicable. We have taken the cue from these rules to fix the cutoff in the selection test. That is because these rules stipulate for 40% and 50% in the selection test. So that relevant clause has deliberately not been filed by them, but it stipulates for fixing 40% and 50%, which we have filed upon a reply. But it is there in rule 5. Just before that, it says मंडल द्वारा संचालित परीक्षा में केवल उन्हीं अभ्यर्थियों के नाम सफल अभ्यर्थियों की सूची में सम्मिलित किए जाएंगे जिन्होंने नियम 9 के में समूहवार निर्धारित कुल अंकों में से न्यूनतम अंक प्राप्त किए हों। इस प्रयोजन हेतु अनारक्षित वर्ग के अभ्यर्थियों के लिए 50% तथा अनुसूचित सो एंड सो के लिए 10% छूटों देते हुए 40%। So this is for selection test. It clearly stipulates that it has to be 40% and 50%. So accordingly, in the selection test, by issuing an executive order as under the rules of 2018, the rules of 2018 says that for the eligibility test, notification may kindly be seen. Notification is there at page number of the amendment application. The relevant page is, this is the annexure P8. They have filed the gazette notification of 2018, the rules of 2018. My lord, may come to my lord, write it. So they are challenging the validity of the rules in the amendment.
Yes.
That is P8 in my file.
P8 number lordship 10845 page number and page number lordship.
But we to that, my lordship, we have also filed additional application in which we have supplied the P8, P9, and P10 lordship. My lord, at present lordship, we have given additional document IA for additional in which we have supplied the PA. My lord, my lord, my lords, my lords. To that, with folded hand lordship, both the IAs were supplied at the same time, and in additional P8, P9, and P10 were exactly marked that these are the annexures. Maybe a procedural lapse has taken place, but those additional documents have been supplied along with that IA, which
amendment
to that we will comply with lordship and we will file. But for now, lordship, we have given in the additional IA those all annexures as P8, P9, and P10 lordship.
No, my lord, in some cases, my lords have decided, my lords have dismissed it yesterday. My lord, in 35 as well, it was challenged. My lord, so far as I remember, it was challenged. 35. I'll just verify it.
If my lord permits.
My lord, is that my lords, in various cases, they have moved amendment applications. My lords have even allowed the amendment application. Lord, my lords have decided even those cases within notification on the challenge. My lord, I'll pick out all those cases and furnish it before my lords before the. My lord, it has to be vacated. If my lords have not signed it, I'll give the copy of the number of those WPs wherein queries are also challenged. In this case, my lord,
May I make a humble submission,
there
Lord?
were certain cases yesterday as well. My lord, I'll see to it.
My lords,
My lords have. My lord. My lord. I'll just verify it and then.
my lords have allowed amendment in which they have specified. No, my lords have said that move the amendment. For that, they have my lords have given the time. And lordship, if this interim will go, lordship, then the result will be, and they will not be able to write the exam. And then ultimately, after 3 weeks, these petitions will lose all the forces they have. Therefore, lordship, if in the light of interim order which we have produced before the lordship, which was given by the Indore bench, there is no interim relief as such. But that caveat is there that if these lead petitions will have merit and my lords will come to agree with those merits, then the final outcome of the selection test will be dependent upon the outcome of this lead petition. My lords, my lords. Lordship.
My lord, there is no amendment in this application. They have simply challenged the.
लॉर्डशिप ये भी फाइल हुआ था लॉर्डशिप इंदौर में और डायरेक्ट ट्रांसफर इसमें हमने कुछ नहीं था.
I'm for 1 and 2, my lord.